Yo, what's good? It's your man 100 Grand, Ross for The Rock Never Stops. Today, I can't wait to get into this topic about the brand that the Toronto Raptors are creating in the NBA. If you like this video, smash that like button for me. Hit subscribe and the bell for notifications. Right now, I don't know if y'all saw the game last night. Hopefully you did with the Toronto Raptors versus the Philadelphia 76ers. It was definitely probably one of the best games of the night. But it was interesting to watch this game and really recognize truly what Masai Ujiri is trying to put together in Toronto. They are creating their own unique brand of basketball. Not in terms of like a Miami Heat culture, toughness, which they are completely. But there's something unique about how they are constructing this team. And if you notice, at the beginning of the game, they had a lineup of Kim Birch, Precious Achua, playing center and power forward. They had Pascal Siakam at small forward, Gary Trent Jr. at shooting guard, and Scotty Barnes playing the point. Now we all know within Nick Nurse's system, Pascal Siakam is going to play just as much point guard as probably Scotty Barnes does. But when you look at the size of this team, 6'9" Kim Birch, 6'9" Precious Achua, 6'9" Pascal Siakam, 6'6" Gary Trent Jr., 6'9" Scotty Barnes. Nothing but wingspans and athletes. And I have to credit NBA Chev on YouTube with like really kind of bringing this to the forefront in terms of what Toronto was actually building, in terms of how much size that they were trying to get on this team. And not size like the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have, 3 7-footers on the court, and even just picked up Moses Brown, who Toronto was likely trying to get also. But this is a team that has size, that also has great skill and versatility, that has great skill and defensive intensity, great skill and size, that are also athletes who can jump over the top to get offensive rebounds, race up and down the court in transition offense and transition defense, can cover the ground defensively to make rotations and to switch onto shooting guards, point guards, centers, and forwards. This team, if you watch this game, really had the Philadelphia 76ers flustered from the very beginning. From the very beginning. You could tell James Harden didn't want any of that smoke. He saw 6'9" on top of him. He saw 6'9" to the left of him, 6'9" on the right of him. And very quickly, after trying to drive once and twice and getting the ball stripped and knocked away, he decided, you know what? I think I'm just going to move the ball around on the perimeter. I don't know if I necessarily want to have to go through 6'9" physical forwards left and right of me who have long arms, active hands, good rotation on defense, high defensive basketball IQ. Now, some of these guys are still developing that basketball IQ, Precious Achua, and guys like that. But when you see one after the other, after a while, you stop distinguishing between them. After a while, Scotty Barnes, Precious Achua, Pascal Siakam, Kim Birch, Delano Banton, all these guys begin to look the same. They're just big as hell. It's like being on the junior varsity team and playing against the varsity, and everybody just looks humongous. Everybody looks like giants because they had their growth spurt and you didn't. And so what you got to look at is, with this type of team, what it enables them to do is to play different versatile forms of defense. When you see them go into a zone, they don't give up any size against the zone in a zone. They're able to cover the perimeter shooting with 6'9" forwards closing out on them, forcing them to attack the basket. And even when they get beat, the rotation still puts a 6'9" defender on them. But this isn't where it ends. It's not just the defensive aspect that this size and versatility gives them. It's also on the offensive end. If you notice one thing that in Nick Nurse's offense that they are encouraging, and I just really noticed this in this game because I noticed Kim Birch take Joel Embiid off the dribble, like right from the beginning in the first quarter. He didn't defer and try to kick it out and find somebody else. He took the ball, he faced the basket, he noticed it was only Joel Embiid, and he immediately looked to give him a move off the bounce, gave him a little Euro step and drew a foul and got to the free throw line. Well, this is telling me more than anything because you're also seeing Precious Achua do this more and more. Is that Nick Nurse doesn't want a guy who's only shooting, doesn't want a guy who's only attacking the basket, doesn't want a guy who's only posting up, doesn't want a guy who's only doing one thing. He's asking all of the players on the court to be versatile threats on offense, to be able to give you slashing, playmaking, versatility, the ability to attack, suck in the defense, make the right read, kick it out to the perimeter from all positions. Now, you may not have the biggest guy at center, but if you can put 3, 4, 5, 6'9" guys out there, oh, you're going to be bigger than most of the time. And that's what Toronto's building here. When you look at guys like Delano Banton, Thaddeus Young coming off the bench, and they still don't have OG Anunoby back yet, this team is actually huge. They're huge. And I can't wait to see a lineup with Delano Banton, Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, Precious Achua, and Kim Birch all lined up. I can't wait. You gotta realize with this type of a lineup, you got 6'10", 6'9", 6'9", 6'9", 6'9", all long, rangy athletes who are highly skilled. And most teams are gonna get worn down extremely quick from the very beginning of the game, trying to box those guys out on the offensive glass, who Nick Nurse has them hitting the glass hard every single time because you can't box them all out. You just can't. And even though they're still growing in who they're going to be as a team, in their identity, in terms of what their final form is going to look like, you can see glimpses of it. There's stretches where they're able to completely dominate in different aspects, whether it's the offensive glass, whether it's in transition, whether it's in attacking the basket, whether it's in switching on defense nonstop and closing off the paint, whether it's being able to post up smaller guards constantly and play them off the court. This team has so many ways in which it can beat you. I'm really curious what their final form is going to be. I want to know what their Super Saiyan mode looks like. Is it still going to have Fred VanVleet out there? It may or may not. I mean, he's their all-star this year. He's a great player. But if you can get Delano Banton's jumper and not so much even his IQ, but get him really confident in his game out there, I don't know who gives you the bigger plus minus on the court. A 6'10" point guard who can outrun everybody in transition, defend the rim, play make, get to the free throw line, combined with all the other rangy, lengthy athletes out there. I mean, they literally go 7 deep, 8 deep of just long, rangy athletes. And so I want to know what you guys think. What do you think the final form looks like? What do you think the final form looks like? Do they continue to only bring in free agents that are like between 6'7" and 6'9", highly skilled? You know, do they still even need a center? I mean, I love Mo Bamba, for this team. I think he's got a few more level ups to go to. And he definitely has the skill and the length that they're looking for. But let me know what you think Masai Ujiri is really trying to do. Another thing that I wanted to bring up, though, is who their go-to guy is going to be. Do you guys think it's going to be a go-to guy? Or do you think that it's going to be a collaborative of guys? Because when you see Scotty Barnes developing offensively, even though he didn't necessarily have it in this game, what you see is there a whole lot skill-wise that Pascal Siakam can do that Scotty Barnes can't do. Shoot, for that nature, Precious Achiuwa can't do. And I did a video earlier about how Precious Achiuwa is right there with Pascal Siakam in terms of his outlook. Granted, Precious Achiuwa is in season 2. Some of y'all need to calm down. He's in season 2. He's in his sophomore year. All right? Quit asking him to look like a 10-year vet. Not everybody can be a Scotty Barnes out the gate. All right? Scotty Barnes is special. But when you look at this team, you're looking at somebody who is trying to develop. You have a Nick Nurse who's trying to develop a young guy like a Precious Achiuwa to say, you know what? I know one Pascal Siakam is great. It's great to have that one All-NBA team player, but can I get 2 more? Can I get a Scotty Barnes and a Precious Achiuwa? Shoot, and a Delano Banton. Can I get 4 of them out there who are quicker, more athletic, lengthy, agile, high intensity on both ends, and can shoot the ball? Because this is what this team is building. This is what this team is putting together. Now all of a sudden, when I'm watching the NBA, I just look for more guys that Nick Nurse and Masai Ujiri are going to be looking to pick up in free agency. I saw them play the Lakers, and I was looking at Wenyen Gabriel. I was like, yep, 6'9", athlete, skilled, agile. Yep, that's the one. That's the free agent. You know what I mean? Because after a while, it isn't so much who they are in the moment, it's what they're going to become. It's what they're going to become in this system. And you guys see it. Precious Achiuwa in Miami, you didn't see this, but you see it now. You see it now. And if you don't see it, oh, you about to when the playoffs start. Wait till OG comes back. Fred comes back. Oh, you're going to see it. Yo, smash that like button if you like this video. Hit subscribe and the bell for notifications. Hit me up on Twitter at Rock Never Stops 2 and continue the conversation there. I'm out, y'all. Peace.